Okay, so welcome to my Battlefield Vietnam. This is Hill 137, and I'm just doing a bit of a playthrough here. This game ended up being quite successful, so I thought I would put it up. I haven't played too much of the Vietnam version of Battlefield, so I've been a little bit more unsure with some of the areas on the map, but we'll see how we go. So to start off with, yep, just moving to the target, and I'm trying to be a little bit careful here, trying to be quiet, because often at the start of the game you get a lot of people rushing, running around. It makes you very obvious, so I was just trying to move up quite carefully here. Now once I've armed up the target here, often in a lot of games you'll see that people will sit on the target. You get like 2 guys, 3 guys, and they'll sit actually on the target. You'll often maybe have like 2 medics in there, so that if one dies the other reses him and you can just keep them in there, and that does work pretty well. You know, you'll often have a hard time clearing them out if you're on your own, but if you have a couple of people coming in, so you got 1 guy there and then another one straight away, 2 even on the left. Now what I've done here is moved out and secure the area. I always say this, around the objective rather than sitting actually on it. And the reason for that being that, you know, you've got more control. You know, if you sit back, you can see where they're coming from, and you know, whereas if you're actually stuck in there, you know, you're only waiting for them at the last minute, so they'll run in, and you've only got like a split second to take them out, and that can work. But also, if you only need 2 people with 2 grenades, and they're going to clear that room. Whereas if you're controlling the area around outside, you know, you still have that option of being able to run back in if you need to, but at least you have the advantage of being further away, and you know, you've got the advantage of time and being able to see where they come from. So I think depending on the situation, both those 2 tactics can work out well. So we're just moving up around the back here. I'm trying to just kind of get behind the enemy here, just trying to move up around the back, because most of my team and they're up on the side of the hill there, and they're sort of pushing on A, so I'm just trying to get around the back, clear out these guys, clear out the snipers. I'm also trying to stop those guys from getting around the back of us and then coming down on the side of the hill, because obviously then that'll put us in a bad situation. I don't think I'm going to speak for this whole video because it's quite long. This entire round takes 25 minutes, so I'm just going to do a little bit of talking now here at the start, and then I'll leave it for a bit. We'll come back in about halfway through, and then we'll finish up at the end as well. This round started off quite positively. You know, we're moving forward and my team are making good progress, but this first base is pretty easy really. I mean, both of those targets are quite open. You can just kind of run, jump in. You've also got the advantage of all this kind of leaf cover, which can make it quite hard as a defender to spot where people are coming from, because, you know, rather than having to cover open areas of ground, you can just sort of run around and the leaves will cover you, the foliage there. Okay, silly sniper. See, now that guy there, he wasn't coming for me, and it does just show why you should try and cover all routes rather than follow one path altogether. If you see the whole of your team and they're all going one way, you know, don't go the same way. Just you know, move across and go slightly to the side. That guy there, even though their base had been taken, he's clearly trying to like come around behind us and you know, create some problems for us. So by spreading yourself out, you're gonna, you know, put yourself in a situation where you can control better. I just had to change over my controller here. Well, I actually sat here for longer than I thought. I thought I'd edited this out, but clearly not. Okay, so back we go. So we're heading back up to the next target. This is the second rush point. There's 4 on this map altogether. And as you can see, this area here is a lot more open, but it can be quite tricky to spot people because this area is very large and very open, so you have a lot of choices as to which direction you can come. And an eye for an eye there. Just want to say also, while I'm looking at it, this, you know, the maps and so on with this game are gorgeous. You see all the fire effects and you know, not only that, but you have like other incidental things happening, like fighter jets flying over. You've got helis flying in. Okay, that guy right there just displayed a very important mistake, which is if you're in an enemy base, if you've cut behind the enemy, it's not a good idea to sit up somewhere and just fire your gun endlessly, because people are going to hear it, people are going to see it. I mean, I think when that guy started shooting, it was like me and about 3 other people just turned and started firing at him. He could have done a lot more damage to us if he'd have just stayed a bit quiet, you know, waited until we'd moved on, and then maybe picked us off, found a new area. You know, just, you know, think a little bit about what you're doing. Okay, I'm just pushing up here. As you can see, my team decided not to come with me, which obviously put me in a kind of bad situation right here. And we got 2 medics working together now, as I was saying earlier. The other unfortunate thing, which happens a lot on Battlefield, is, as you saw, I just got rezzed. Now, I don't know why that guy decided to res me, because he knew that those 2 people were there. I mean, he just saw them kill me. And yet he still decided to res me, and then I got killed instantly, and I think he did too. Not very good. However, on the plus side, it looks like our team have moved up on the right there, and making some good progress. But I'm going to cut off here, and we'll pick things up after this next base.
We're in business! That charge is up! God damn it!
Okay, so now we're moving up to the third base. Obviously that last few rounds was not going so well for me. The start of this game was going pretty well, but the whole tank episode was not happening for me today. I often manage to be like quite successful in tanks. Can often do a lot of damage and handle well, but when I was doing it today there, I just got stuck. I mean, I was firing into that little foxhole like multiple times, wasn't hitting anything, and then yeah, I just got kind of stuck and isolated really, which I'd pretty much kind of given up really any hope of really being able to do anything, and I didn't want to get out of the tank and leave it because they would have just stolen it, so I was like, okay. And none of the team were there to help. Pretty nice knife kill there. Obviously taking some fire from the top of the hill here, so we're just getting ready to move up. Is this the last base? This could potentially be the last base. I said there was 4 objectives, but I think perhaps there is actually only 3. Yep, I think there's only 3. So obviously, as you can see, this base gets kind of harder as you move up. This one's quite open, and our guys were able to like run in. I really wasn't any help at all, to be honest, at the medium point in this game, but I think I start to pull it back a little bit at the end here. Anyway, so we're getting ready to move on into the next part. Hope you've enjoyed so far, and see what happens in the next one.